Hello and Lenten greetings on this first Friday in Lent. We're on the first Friday in Lent, which means that last Wednesday was Ash Wednesday. And this Sunday is the first Sunday of Lent. So looking back to Ash Wednesday is a day where we contemplate our mortality, our finitude. We're anointed with oil and ashes and reminded that we come from the dust and we will return to the dust. That's a day when we begin our journey. We enter into this season that we often mark with fasting and other spiritual disciplines. And so what I'd like to reflect on from that day or invite you to reflect on is that the scriptures, there's a prophet passage, the Psalm 51, and Jesus teaching on fasting. And these are, within all of these, there's this repentance, and there's mourning, and there's lamentation, and letting go. And that's all in the context or for the purpose of inviting us into healing, joy, and spiritual blessings. So as you begin this Lenten journey, this season, I'm inviting you to remember that healing, joy, blessedness is the point of this. Looking ahead to this Sunday, this is often a time when we reflect on Christ's fasting in the wilderness for 40 days, which is why the Lent season is 40 days minus the Sundays. It's 40 days of fasting as a way of journeying with Jesus or following Jesus' lead to fast. And that Jesus' temptation on that day all had to do with what will he do with his power. Jesus is tempted to use his power to benefit himself, to feed himself, to gain power, to show off, and other things. And the question that's alive in me right now as I think about that, and what I think is maybe a great theme for your whole Lenten journey, is if you had more power, what would you do with it? How may all of us become more powerful spiritually? And how may that be of service to a loving God and a world in great need? And one thought I'll add here on the season of Lent, on this time of fasting, is that fasting as a spiritual discipline has many gifts. And one of those gifts that I feel like, and especially as we consider that this is a journey towards our healing, joy, and empowerment, is that in those moments, something we enter into, we deliberately or willingly take on weakness, denial, maybe even a little sorrow. But that in that fasting, in that spiritual discipline, what it does is it helps bring our desires, our deepest yearnings up to the surface. And they come up to the surface and we may look beneath them. We get a little bit more clear on what is really going on in our hearts and in our wishes. And that within that cleansing and that revealing, that revelation, we can look beneath those wishes and see what maybe needs to be healed, what maybe needs to change, what will help us better accept about ourselves. Take courage on your fasting adventure. Know that it may be difficult at times, but it's for a greater reward, and it's for your healing, your joy, and your empowerment. Thank you for watching. Go in peace.